Have you ever selflessly helped a stranger in the rain and had your entire life flip upside down in return? For me, that day was a total nightmare. It started with a brutal scolding from my boss, followed by a client rejecting my major project. And to top it all off, my landlord was blowing up my phone about 2 months of overdue rent. As I left the office that evening, the sky opened up in what felt like an apocalypse. The rain was so heavy I could barely see a foot in front of me. I was heading home on my battered old scooter when suddenly it died right in the middle of the road. I was soaked to the bone, shivering from the cold, and honestly felt like screaming at the top of my lungs. That's when I noticed a very ordinary old car pulled over on the shoulder. An elderly man who looked to be in his late 70s was struggling to change a tire with a jack. He was completely drenched, and his hands were trembling as the rain lashed down on him. Hundreds of shiny luxury cars were speeding past him, but not a single person bothered to stop. Even though I was in a terrible mood, seeing him made me realize that my situation was still better than his. I put my scooter on its stand and walked over. He looked at me with a gaze of pure helplessness and gave a weak smile. Without saying a word, I pulled out my phone to use the flashlight and knelt down in the mud. For the next hour, we struggled together to change that tire. By the time we finished, my hands were blackened with grease, my white formal shirt was ruined with mud, and my knees were scraped raw from the pavement. When the job was done, the old man looked incredibly relieved. He pulled a crumpled, tattered business card from his pocket and insisted that I take it. He simply said, "Child, what you did today is something nobody does in this world anymore. Thank you." I figured he was just some modest retiree. I shoved the card into my pocket and went home. The next morning at the office, the atmosphere was suffocating. Word had spread that our struggling company had been bought out by the city's largest tech firm, Vayon Corp, and the new owner was coming in for a meeting. We were all terrified that we were about to lose our jobs. When the heavy boardroom doors finally swung open, the room went silent. My heart skipped a beat. Standing there was the same elderly man, but this time he was wearing a $5,000 suit. He wasn't just some guy, he was one of the city's most powerful billionaires and a legendary philanthropist who preferred to live a quiet, humble life. Throughout the meeting, his eyes were searching the room until they landed on me. He suddenly took the microphone and called my name in front of the entire leadership team. He said, "Last night, when I was alone on the road and had almost given up, this girl sat in the mud and helped me without even knowing who I was. She didn't care about her expensive shirt or her own comfort. It has been 2 years since that day. I am now the vice president of that company. He is more than just my boss now. He is my mentor and like a father to me. Every Sunday, we still go to that same roadside tea stall where my scooter broke down. My entire life changed because of a single decision to help change a tire."